So, week 9 predictions. We will go ahead and kick off with this game, Chris. Indiana. This is a early morning, big noon kickoff game. They've been advertising it on Fox since last Sunday. Indiana hosting UCLA. A hot UCLA right now. The line right now, Chris, has Indiana as a 25.5 point favorite. Over under is at 52.5. I gotta say, Chris, before I get to your thoughts, man, Vegas is being a little a little overzealous by this right now. Look, I love Indiana right now, but hey, let's pump our brakes a little bit. UCLA is playing some really good football right now. Could this be an upset alert? Chris, what are your thoughts, good sir?
In a year that's featured Penn State, who was the second ranked team in the nation, being upset by UCLA, it could be an upset alert. Do I think it will be? I don't think so, but it could be. Um, UCLA has played much better football since firing their head coach, getting Deshaun Foster out of there, and the staff that's in place now is definitely coaching his tail off, and definitely trying to make a case that they need to be hired on full time with going forward with Skipper and Neuheisel and what they're doing. It's been incredible to see the culture shift instantly overnight, Kory. This team is on a run, and for now they're going up against the real deal. It's been fun. It's been nice. It's been heartwarming. But now you got to play Indiana. And as crazy as that might sound to say, now you got to play Indiana when we're talking about football. But that is the reality we are living in the year 2025. Indiana ain't no joke. And I think Indiana is a team that is primed to be in the playoff, is a potential national championship contender. The team has a Heisman candidate at quarterback with Mendoza. They have one of the best leaders in college football with Coach Signetti. I think we're looking at someone who not only does he know ball, he has his team locked in a way that it's hard to quantify, Kory. This has been instant since since he arrived on campus in Bloomington. To see a team play to this level week in and week out, and they got some guys, but it's not like this team is just full of blue chippers. This is definitely the Kool-Aid. They're sipping the Kool-Aid. Whatever Coach C is giving them, they're taking it, and it's the secret stuff. They got everybody's playing to their max potential and believes. So it's hard to. I think it's going to be hard to see Indiana lose this one. I think Indiana does take care of business, and it might be close when it comes to covering the spread. I can see Indiana winning by 24, maybe 30. They might cover, but I don't think it's just guaranteed that they do. I can see UCLA trying to make a one of those late charges, like a backdoor cover, and Indiana might have been up 27. Next thing you know, UCLA scores a touchdown before the game's over. It's a 20-point win. I think Indiana wins comfortably, but shout out to UCLA. And if they make this a close game, that's a win in itself in my eyes, Kory, because Indiana is the truth.
They are. They are a dangerous bunch, Chris. And that's one of the things why I mentioned like the line right now, 25.5. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm bold enough to put 25.5. I do think this Indiana team is very, very good. Of course, we talked about them ad nauseum this season so far. They're a really, really good football team, and I do think they will win this ball game. But I don't think they'll just run away with it like that. I do think this UCLA team has something cooking right now. And hey, shout out to Coach Skipper. Um, shout out to Coach Newhouser. Like they're they're working wonders. And look, we didn't look at this UCLA team in the first 4 games of the season and predict that. Like this team was looking lifeless
Yeah, we
at
thought
one point.
they might not win a game.
You're right. Yeah. And now they're on the biggest stage, bigger than when they played Penn State. This is I know they're going to treat this like their Super Bowl this week. So, I think overall, like I said, I think Indiana has the edge. I'm going to give them the edge and say that they win this game. I'm going to say the score is going to be 42-35. I'm gonna say they went by a touchdown.
Okay.
Just because I think Nico and company, they're going to try to find ways to make this into a shootout, and maybe Indiana and maybe Kurt Signetti is going to look forward for that to happen, if that actually takes place. And I think his team is built to handle a shootout
Mm-hmm.
just fine. It's not going to be anything towards Indiana and say, oh man, their defense is terrible. No, I think it's just going to be the nature of who they played for this week. And they're playing against a feisty UCLA team that's going to find ways to score. That's it. So, yeah, I'm looking for Indiana, win by a touchdown. 42-35 is going to be my final score. Indiana wins.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say 38-10. Personally, I do feel like Indiana can lock up. Um, but I would love for it to be a close game. I mean, I would love to get the day started like that, with a good little barn burner for us to sizzle over. But I'm gonna say Indiana. I'm gonna give them the credit of saying that I think that they are. I think this team is a couple levels above UCLA. They definitely will win. If it ends up being closer, so cool. But I think they should get the separation. I think we'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah, we definitely will. So it's gonna be an interesting game. Definitely a interesting one to kick off our day, Chris. So we'll definitely be talking about it as the day progresses on Saturday. But yeah, man. Anything else you want to add to this game before we move on to our next one?
No, sir.
All right. All right.